So what I'm going to do here is give you a close-up view of how to change this side marker light or side blinker light, and I'm going to change it with these bulbs, and I'm going to be using basically 2 credit cards to, pry it open. So the first thing I want to show is that I do have the credit cards wrapped in electrical tape just to have it a little bit softer when I am actually prying it open. So let me go ahead and get started. So first off, this thing does have some sort of wiggle room, so you could see if I stick 2 credit cards here and pry it open, there is snap-ins usually on both sides of these, on this side, and actually on the bottom and top. So what I'm going to do is just basically use brute force, but you do want to have the credit card softened with electrical tape or something that doesn't scratch the surface of the car. So just make sure of that, and you'll see here that if I stick it in, I already have it pried open a little bit, and this is what's so good about the credit card method, is that it's actually flexible. So once I have that, I can basically pry it open like that, and you could see that it rests actually on this. So when you're prying this light out like this, you do want to brace it a little bit. So I'm going to find a crevice, but I do want to brace it by not pushing too hard, otherwise it'll just flip out with a lot of force. So I'm going to brace it and pop it out like that, so you see it didn't fly out this time. And once that happens, right, it just comes out fairly easily. So let me show you the housing so you could get a better idea of how these things are put in. So you could see there's the snap-on this side, and also a snap-on this side, and also on the top here. So just keep that in mind. This is very common no matter what make and model of your car it is. And lots of times in the bottom it'll just rest, but it'll have another snap-in that actually rests on top. So it's good to pry it from the side or top. Alright, now let me just basically change the bulb. So you're just going to squeeze it this way. Again, I'm going to give you a good look at the housing so that you know the positions of the snap-ins, which is very typical of all cars. So when I pull out the electrical plug, and you're just squeezing this down here, squeezing it up, and then just pulling it out like that. And usually this is a quarter turn. You turn it, and so it's slanted, and you just pull it out, and you can see my bulb here. Now if you're replacing this with LEDs, and my model here is a Honda Element, so I'll have this bulb in the description area, the replacement bulb. Now if you're replacing this with an LED, just make sure it fits, that it has room here on the top that actually fits the length of the bulb. And the bulb you simply pull out. Now when you're putting in the bulb, don't use your bare fingers, use a napkin so you don't have oil on the bulb itself, and that'll make the bulb last longer. Now let me put in the new bulb here. So for my bulb, for my car, which is the Honda Element, it is 169 Sylvania. That's the size. It's also the size for other brands. Taking it out of the packaging, simply stick it in. There you go. So you want to just change both sides when you're doing this, because if one side goes, the other side's going to go soon. So all I'm going to do is, I stuck in the bulb, going to put it in. Once again, I want this at the top, quarter turn, and twist it, and now it's locked in with the gasket. So once again, there's a gasket here. You want to put it in slanted, quarter turn, and simply put it back in. Now you want to test the blinkers before you snap it back in, so I'll be doing that just to make sure the blinkers work before I snap it completely back in. I haven't snapped it in yet. So you can see the light does turn on, and you can see the light bulb inside actually shining. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to rest this piece along here and just snap it in. And push it in, and it snaps in place like this, and that's really it. And do the same thing with the other side. And I hope this helped, and please subscribe, and thank you for watching.